ladies, and welcome to The Beauty Shaman, where truth and beauty meet. So today I thought we would do a sunny summertime look. It's just starting to warm up, and I'm still in the coronavirus sort of quarantine. I'll probably post this in a few days, so there are probably many of you still in this situation, or in any case, maybe it's done by now. Like, I don't know, we're sort of in the middle of fluctuating, like when it's going to end sort of thing. In any case, I just think it's so great when the sun starts shining, and I just want to like warm everything up, make my makeup all kind of pretty and soft and springy. So I thought we would do that today as kind of a feel good. So I also have not had my hair done in since late February. It is now almost May. So like, it's it's just kind of, long and out of shape. And I straightened it, and it still is doing, it's still like, I'm not going to be straightened. I'm going to have lumps. So it's so humorous, but it's okay. I know you're all in the same boat, so I think it's just kind of great and funny. The only reason I don't have my roots hanging out right now is because I actually stocked up on hair products right before this hit, and I didn't even know it was going to hit, and I stocked up. So thank God for that. Otherwise, my videos would have been like, look at my inch-long roots, excuse me. So I did go to town on my bangs. I know many of you can relate to this. I just grabbed the scissors. I do this all the time anyway, but went crazy. So they're a little short, but you know what? It's okay. Doggone it. We're not perfect, right? We're not here to be perfect. We're here to just live and be happy and experience all the craziness, right? So anyway, let's do a summertime makeup. Before I get started, I'm drinking water today. For those of you, Linda, who are here with your tea, I have my water. I've been drinking so much tea because I'm home so much, and I love tea. So I thought I better hit the water. So let's have a sip of water and then get started. Okay, so let's get going. All right, so we're going to do a little foundation here. I'm doing a tiny bit of primer. This is the Jane Iredale Smooth Affair primer that I like very much. And I'm just going to slap some of that on. Makes your skin kind of dewy as well, which I really like. Then I'm going to do a little Jane Iredale Golden Glow in their Liquid Minerals foundation. So I'm going to make it a little bit darker because I've been out in the sun. And I use sunblock, but, my neck gets dark and my face doesn't. Although I have a little color on my face today. Sometimes I forget to put my sunblock on. I don't know if you're like that. And I know the consequences of being in the sun. Like, I know what it does to my skin. So I'm going to warm up my skin just a little bit just to match my neck. Hopefully this matches, actually. I kind of took a guess before I started. So we could be a little too yellow, but we'll see. I think it's okay. There's my little age spot. Isn't he lovely? It's a he. It's a he because it's bothering me. Sorry, that was very negative. I actually love men and don't take issue with, well, sometimes I take issue with them. We're not going to talk about that today, but I think it's a tiny bit pinky, or not pink, but yellow or something. Like my other skin, my neck has a little bit more red in it. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of doctoring up here because this color isn't quite right. Which I think is great. It's great to have to see how I do that. I don't know, just because this is a tutorial. All right, I'm going to do, this is a MAC concealer palette. I think this is only in their pro department, but I'm going to use this color right here. Just kind of just a nice warm color. I'm going to use my finger. I use my fingers all the time. I like to put my foundation on with my fingers. Just be sure your hands are clean. I think as I'm super tactile as a person, I often joke that if you were here, I'd hug you. Like, I'm a hugger. I have a hard time with the, obviously with the virus, everyone wearing masks and staying away from each other. I have a hard time with that. I'm like, no, come here, let me hug you. But, I think people would be mad at me if I went and tried to hug them. So I'm only hugging my children right now. Who are you hugging during this housebound? I hope it's somebody good. I'm just taking that concealer and hitting my little age spot here. My little age spot is going away slowly but surely. This is a freckle, but I put a couple times a week I put retinol. This, I don't know if you see this. It's retinol gel by Truth Treatments. This is the 5%. It's a lot. 5% is sometimes too much if you have sensitive skin. My skin can handle it for whatever reason. I tend to be a little on the sensitive side. See, that helped a lot. Helps take it down. But notice I just kind of rub it. I tap it. Like some of you are like, rubbing it all over. Doesn't work. So I like that. I think that looks good. I got a lot of sleep last night, so I'm looking pretty. My under eyes are not bad. Oh, I wanted to tell you what color I used. Let me just look. It is Golden Glow was the color I used in the Jane Iredale. It's I think it's really nice. It just needs a little bit of warming up. All right, so let's do a little bit of highlight because, you know, I'm a huge highlight fan. So this is the Touche Éclat by YSL. I love this product so much. I always joke that if there was a fire, I would grab it and then my children. That's not true, but it's interesting that I thought of that, right? Okay, so we're just going to tap a little tiny bit of that. Just only where we need it. And I'm going to put it a little on my cheekbone. This stuff doesn't crease up, which is one thing I really appreciate because most concealers are going to crease up. Because they're a thicker consistency. But highlighters, you want to get a highlighter that isn't going to do that. And this one, like, look at that. Look how much that popped underneath my eye. I think this retails for almost $40, which seems like an exorbitant amount of money to spend on a highlighter. And I've tried different ones. I've really kind of played with highlighters because I like them so much. And, you know, I think there's some really good ones out there. I like the NARS Creamy Concealer, which is also a highlighter. I use that a lot on the set. It works really well. But out of all of them that I have tried, this is definitely hands down my favorite. Of course, it'd be the most expensive, right? That's just, you know, I'm a bit of a snob, but I do admit it. Trying not to be. All right, there we go. So I think that looks really nice. I'm super happy with that. So let's do a little bit of eyebrow. I'm going to use a slanted brush. And these are by Moda. These brushes are by Moda with a really bright color. They just sent them to me to try out, but I actually like them. And they're not expensive. They're vegan. They're synthetic. They're like $20 for a set of 6. So I'm going to bring it up here. I don't make anything off of this. I'm just bringing it up. I actually think they're pretty good. I was very happy with that. I'm using an eyeshadow, and I'm just going to fill in a little bit. Now this is summertime, so I'm not really going to do a huge amount on the brows. You know, be kind of soft-handed with all that. I am going to do sort of a rosy lipstick, which I think will be pretty. I bring up lips with eyebrows because you need balance. So if you want to wear a stronger lipstick, make your eyebrows a little bit stronger and it'll pull it off. So I've grabbed this. This is basically a MAC foundation powder called Studio Fix, but I like the color of it and I'm just going to use it as contour. So I'm going to use it with a brush. If you use this with a sponge, it's way over the top heavy, but I like the shade just to look like a really nice sun-kissed shade. And you can basically do this with any color that you want to use. Like, you don't have to go out and buy a contour, a bronzer. You can just like pull from your what you've got. And just be sure it's the color shade that you really want to, you know, kind of use on your skin. I use all kinds of different powders. I'll just sort of go, oh, that powder looks good. I've used eyeshadow as contour before. Kind of a nice mauvey, plummy color, depending on the person's skin color. You know, really, makeup is great. I mean, you can kind of just make up your own rules. I mean, I teach it. You know, I've got on my website, if you don't know this, on my website I have classes now. So I have Makeup 101 and I have Advanced Makeup. There are 2 different courses you can take. The 101 is 7 different videos, and it's the basics of makeup. I highly recommend it. Just go check it out. It's not expensive. It's $49.95 for 7 videos that are tutorials and PDFs, matching PDFs to go along with it, with lots and lots of information and links. I mean, it's super dense information-wise, more than you would ever get on a YouTube video tutorial like this one. So, and then the advanced is makeup for photography, for stage, and for what was the other one? Oh, television. So if you're talent or if you're promoting yourself out in the world, I highly recommend those. I just created those while in coronavirus, stuck at home. Okay, so see what I used that for? Isn't that great? I'm super excited. Isn't that fun? So it just added just such a lovely warmth to my skin. And I'm just kind of gonna really play with this and get that how I want it. I think that looks awesome. So yeah, really nice, huh? But you gotta be really careful that you blend that in, right? Otherwise you're gonna look like you stuck a bunch of dirt on your face. And that would not work. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of blush. Just this kind of pinky color here. This is a Jane Iredale Barely Rose. Just a little bit. Right on my cheek. Pretty, huh? Cool. And I'm actually going to take this contour color that I used from MAC, and I'm going to use a crease color from these motor brushes here. And I tap it here just to get rid of the excess. And then I'm going to go right in my crease. Just kind of to add a little bit of depth there. Isn't that nice? You know, I'm all about simple. And I'm also all about, you are already beautiful. You know, it's not like makeup makes you more beautiful. You're already beautiful. Okay, we got to end this idea that we need to sort of become something else in order to be beautiful or attractive or any of that stuff. I don't believe that for a second. That's hogwash. Okay, so let's do lips because we're going to then move in and do eyes. So I'm going to use Tanya, which is a Jane Iredale color. And I think I like this color a lot. I've actually used this in a fair few videos. It's, for me, on my skin, it's a tiny bit bubblegum, but my skin I've got some color in it now. So I don't think it's going to be too terribly bubblegum, which is good. It's very workable. Like, you can change your lipstick by using different lip liners. And that's what I'm going to do today. See, I still think that's a little bit bubblegummy on me, but you can work with it. I'll show you. So I'm going to use a brownie liner. This is a matte color called Cork. And I'm going to overdraw my lips just a little bit. Dab it down a tiny bit. Why am I doing that, you ask? Because I want fuller lips. A little bit J-Lo. A little bit. And I also want to warm this up a bit because we're doing summertime. I could go with a neutral pinky color. I'm going to give this a go. Then I'm going to add a little bit of this lip gloss. This is called Boy Bait. It's a matte color. Because we all need a little boy bait. Hey. If you like boys. I mean, I'm in. I don't know. Never assume. I like that. So I just darkened it, warmed it up just a little bit, and then add that nice lip gloss, and look at that color. Took the bubblegum out and made it just kind of a soft pale pink. I think that's super duper pretty. It's pretty. All right, so now we're gonna do my eyes. We're gonna do a very nice lid color here. So I'm gonna use this palette right here, not entirely, but so this color right here, just a soft goldeny shade, since we're going for summertime. And I'm gonna put this on my lid. Just very softly all over my lid. That's pretty. You know, just that lovely golden shade. So I think that's really nice. Now I'm going to use a little bit of a warmer crease color. This is Bamboo by MAC. So going for that lovely warmth. And this is a richer, more of a buttery sort of a warmth than the crease color that I already used. And it's just going to butter that up. I really like to layer, and that's where you get a lot of these more kind of richer looks when you layer color. It's a tiny bit more effort, but see how pretty that is? Isn't that nice? Oh, I think that looked really, really popped it out with such a lovely sunny color. Okay, now I'm going to take a eyeliner. Now we're going to just really make my eyeline pop out. This look is really nice for hooded lids because I'm really going to put the attention next to the eyeliner. So I just run that. So this is a MAC liner called Brown Border. Okay, I pull my eye. I know, you guys. There's one of you whose name suddenly escapes me who like yells at me for this. So yeah, I know. But I just have a hard time seeing. That's my issue here. I know it's not good for us to pull our eyes, but like look how it works for me if I do it this way, if I pull it just a bit. Otherwise, I tend to make a mess of things. Okay. I'm going to blend that a bit. So that's just kind of for starters here. I want to do a little bit in the waterline, but I'm going to use a different color. So I'm going to use this mauve color. It's called Purple Dash. This is MAC again, because they make really good kind of waterproof, water repellent liners. And I'm using that right in the crease. I like to use, you can use any color you want in the crease. It doesn't have to be the same color you used as a liner. Just important to note. Now I'm going to use this kind of blender brush. I like this blender brush here. And just blend that over the top, taking that liner and just working with it. I really like a diffused liner on older women, you know, so we don't have quite so much. So then I'm going to take, so I've got the liner. I'm going to take this color right here, which is a lovely burgundy, and I'll have to pop this out and see what color it is and put it down below. I don't know, actually. And I'm going to use again this lovely kind of blender brush, and I'm going to go on top. Because I want the density, but I love that kind of burgundy shade. Isn't that pretty? Especially against the gold. So nice. Really pretty. Just softly blending that up just a little bit. This is another hooded eye trick here, is just to really focus on the outer edge. Isn't that pretty? I gotta blend it in a bit, but that's how you really bring the attention to other parts of your eye and away from that hooded part. And I'm gonna use the same color, and I'm gonna just go tiny bit underneath. Right kind of between the lashes underneath. Try not to go like under your lashes. Try to go between them. It's much more flattering. Otherwise, it's just too much. And you got to use that real edge on these type of brushes, right? To really get it in there. It's pretty. Very nice. Very happy with that. Come and do the other eye. Okay, so that's the other eye. I think this is very soft and pretty. It needs a little bit more shine, in my opinion. So I'm going to use this little shiny bit here, and I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to tap it just kind of in different places here to bring out that summertime glow that we're so excited about, right? We've all been locked inside. We all need a little glow. I think that looks really, really nice. So I'm going to put a little bit of powder. So I've got my little Dior powder here. And of course, mascara, Maybelline Great Lash. All right, so I've let the hair down and it's all like, but I think the makeup looks really soft, and that's kind of what I was going for. Just something really soft and summery and pretty, and lots of goldens and buttery sort of flavors in there, and a nice contour that really warmed everything up. I think it all kind of blends nicely together. I did take my blush and pop a little bit more just on my outer eye, and that ties together the lipstick and the blush really nicely. I was just always going for sort of a harmonious, elegant look with makeup. I try to really blend everything together. So I hope that's really helpful for you. I'm, thinking I wish I had some place to go, right? I think we all sort of feel that way. In any case, I hope this has been helpful. Please write down below your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Also, please visit my website at thebeautyshaman.com and use the code SB10 for 10% off all your purchases. Again, visit my courses. I'm very excited about my new courses on my website. And also don't forget to subscribe. So down below. All right, have a great day. I hope you all are doing great.